So last time we finished the Island Open and got an invitation from Mario, so now it's time to do the Island Open and get our invitation from Mario. So, select doubles, and because we are on the varsity team, and she's like, oh, let's go to the varsity court. No, I forgot to tell you about the meeting from the people. This at least makes an amount of sense that they told Kate about it. It's like, you're on the team, I expect you will tell your teammate. And it's basically the same cutscene. So they're all talking about how
There's only 3 of them.
Well, there's supposed to only be 2 of them. Because there are only the 2... Yeah, because this one, since I lost, we won't have a doubles entry.
Poke.
There's still singles, Mark.
Poke.
You're beaten. That's a promising student. Be happy!
Poke. Poke.
Just shoving Mark around to make him be a better sport about this. Or maybe be a worse sport about it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're trying to engender terrible sportsmanship.
Yeah.
The true spirit of tennis. Hate it. Hate it. Hate everything about it. Pulse!
So, I don't know why it is exactly these 3 people in this room. Like, if it was the entire varsity team, which is other people...
We've met 3 times before.
This is one more than the last time, which I still don't know what the count is there, but I guess. Whatever.
I am confused about the timeline here.
So, I clearly, I mean, the trophy is there in the office, so this happens after the Singles Island Open.
Okay.
Like, that has to be a thing. But also, the people were telling Mark, oh, there's still singles, as if there's still going to be a tournament of that.
Yeah.
And I'm still being drawn in to see if I want to say no. Do they say anything to Kate? Does Kate say anything to tell me that I should go place? But I don't think she does. No, it's entirely the same. Like, the only difference was that bit where they're teasing Mark.
The morning of departure.
They're all ready to go, except Mark, because he's not going. He's just seeing us off as the only other varsity player with a name. You see, again, like, there's like 3 other people on the varsity team who don't have names. Who just don't get involved with any of this shit.
Is the doubles tournament half as long?
It is only 3 rounds, just like all of the doubles levels of things. So, it is 1 round shorter than the singles.
Why do they shoot fireworks off in the daytime where they can't see?
Those are not, like, as big... They're not, like, explodey fireworks. They're, like, weird smoke fireworks.
Yeah.
It's a different type of fireworks that they have at the start there. So, I am not going to go back to the academy to talk to anyone here, because it's going to be the exact same shit, just sometimes people are going to say
doubles instead of singles.
Doubles instead of singles, or you two, or
yeah,
things like that, but otherwise, this is the same cutscene. It's don't be late for your first match. It's not our first time here, so it's not gonna be a problem.
Almost as if this entire thing was pointlessly tacked on.
Yep.
There didn't need to be doubles.
Oh.
The doubles only exist because tennis has doubles sometimes. Like, imagine if there was something like that for golf.
I mean, there was the alternate game, but that was just a single, like, mini-game challenge thing.
Yeah, but imagine the alternate game as an entire campaign.
Yeah.
That's what they've done here.
Yeah. But at least in this, like, my partner actually plays the game. And, like, I can rely on her to play the game. Whereas in the alternates match, the entire point was you are partnered with someone who is really bad and you have to make up for that.
Yeah.
And most of these people say, like, the same thing, but they also say some slightly different things because the people they're talking about are teams now.
These people again.
It's like, yeah, I wonder if Factory will win. There's the brothers and Kevin's team is the better, but everyone's talking about the Costellos. And then they're still terrified because the Academy team is listening.
They're wondering about the Costellos and who's on first.
Everyone's gonna be shocked. This person still doesn't really understand tennis. Doubles match next. What's doubles? If only I was still so ignorant.
Collector's edition souvenirs that you can't buy because there's no money.
And now we face, like, all of the people from the places. So, like in last time, our first opponent is Union, but it's going to be both Sammie and Sean for the doubles. And then it's going to be Spike and Elden on the Empire. And then that's the final
there's supposed
switch.
to be another round.
No, there's not.
Did the doubles team get seeded?
What?
Why do only one of them play one match?
Because that's exactly how it was in the singles tournament.
Right, but
Was
they
that
had
a bunch of
seeded
people-
players.
Yeah, the seeded players skipped the first round.
So they
So they have
seeded
seeded teams, yes.
I don't... Okay.
Time to
Because
play
of the
it!
factory team. Because of the factory team, we can't play.
I want to play now! Soon I can unleash my fighting instincts! He was born to fight, apparently.
I'm so over this.
You're just new player, you have weaknesses.
So they both have glasses, that means they're smart.
Does Sammie have glasses? No.
No.
Sean does. Don't you want Empire to win the first match in the B group? Because the Costellos are so freaky!
Yeah, that's fair.
And Steve says Empire would be easier to beat. That's not true. I don't know why, like, Factory is this big, hyped up thing that people say, because I found the Factory players so much easier to beat all the time. So, let's beat up these Union people. Let's do some Union busting.
Jacks.
So, it's the same musics for the things, so
Okay,
just, like,
so
speed
we'll
through
just
this. And,
fast forward through this.
yeah.
At blinding speed.
Yep. Yeah, look at that dork. We beat that dork.
Yep. Put all your points in Kate.
Because at this point, with Nina, all of my non-spin stats are capped. So I don't want to level her up anymore, because then I'll just lose stats in some things and have to put points in places. You made the semifinals. You're both super. Nice work, Nina. And Kate. Weird spacing there. It's time, so take a walk, take a hike. Factory made the factory tennis win factory.
They have a good factor.
Just as expected, factory. The Union lost. Now everyone's gonna be talking about the players who won.
And immediately somebody else is talking about Union. Again.
And yeah, he only cares about Empire, so he's talking about the Empire team that we never play and
But everyone's going to be talking
matter.
about Academy and Factory, so... The way the dialogue undercuts itself.
Union's best and only team lost.
Did they not have two teams?
I don't know exactly why there are fewer teams from these other places. Maybe, like, how well your team does in one tournament affects how many of your players can come back to the next tournament?
Because it would make sense if each place had two teams, because then you could have 3 rounds.
That would involve too many players. Why would they have that? Why are you saying it would make sense to play more tennis?
No, you're right. I just want the tennis to end.
Like, yeah, they could have added another set of people and had us facing off against, like, Kevin and Emily in the semifinals or something. But, the real thing is that they would have to make more sprites. They would have to make a lot more...
Would they?
Character sprites. Well, they would have to make at least 4 more. I think. Well, no, because, like, Frank isn't in the doubles here from the factory. And I think there was there... No, because there's 4 people here from Empire instead of 2. Like there were before. So, like, they would have to make at least 1 more sprite of a factory player to have a second factory team, if they had that, or 2 more sprites of another place. Playing against these guys, one of them has a fucking cyborg visor. And because is still impatient. He's just itching to treat into my opponent.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'll shred my opponent! Yeah, because is a murderer. He absolutely has murdered some opponents before. That's why there aren't more people from the factory in the tournament. He's murdered them all.
Yeah.
And possibly ate them. Also, you have to wait in the circle on the right. If you move to the circle on the left, you automatically swap to the right. Because that's your circle. And Kate's circle is on the left. So yeah, that guy with the visor is Elden. We already saw Spike in the singles, but now there's a weirdo with a visor as well. He's not very interesting. The doubles matches were all much easier than the singles matches, because I always find the doubles matches easier. Like, I never had to deal with, like, doing weird shot types or anything, because Kate was there to deal with everything on the front. And of course, the factory beats Kevin and Emily, so you face them in the finals. And Kate is real excited and has, like, different and interesting things to say. about how to make the finals. And it's like, the doubles dialogue is actually a bit more interesting than the singles dialogue overall.
Okay.
So, gonna do our talking about, and we're gonna do the finals, and there's going to be a murder.
What?
Let's take a short walk before our murder.